Hey, what's up everyone? Bit me some back with another Bitcoin video. So currently right now I'm on the Bitcoin 4-hour time frame. This chart I was using in the other video from yesterday for just pretty much price targets. And if you notice, we broke through every single price target. You know, here came up, came all the way down, here, bounce. You know, we found some good support, but then like I said, once we started dumping, it was way lower. But if you do notice, we are kind of still inside of this flag type of thing, and I could probably bring it a little bit bigger. That's about it. Yeah, so I mean, we're still kind of in it right now. Let me make a few other price targets now. Let me remove these at the top, because these are kind of out of the way now. I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one. That one could probably go. And that one could go right here. Or actually, that's the next break of structure, I would believe. So we'll leave that one. All right, so for a new few price targets, current price right now is 34,552. We went as low as, let me see, we went as low as 33,710. So we went really low. I'm trying to put this line right around the bottom. All right, so that's where the bottom right there at 33,700 pretty much. Current price is 34,500. We need to stay above 34,300 if we're gonna move up. But I mean, we are in this bullish form right here, but the thing is and the overall trend is down. So if anything, if we were to break out of here, there's so much fear in the market right now that if we did get a little pump, it'll just get rejected, probably to come back down again, just like we've been doing for the last, seems like the last week or so. Let me see, make sure I got my, all right, there we go. Something was cutting it off, but so yeah, so we need to stay above the 34,300, and if we want to move up, the first target we're going to need to break is going to be 34,724. So that's where we're going to need to break above. That'll be the first target. But yeah, if we break 34,345, then the next target is going to be 34,200. And then that's when we have a big gap right here, which is a lot more, it'll be easier to cut down, go lower. I did see this, oh, sorry. Let's see. All right, so there was this, it was some news alert about 5 hours ago. Just in, another 240 million has been liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the last 12 hours. So that explains why we're having such a big drop and stuff, because people are taking money out of either Bitcoin and putting it in other cryptos to hold the price and stuff like that. So I've seen a few different articles that if you look at, there's a few different, because a lot of people have their cryptos, but their cryptos are backed by Bitcoin. So if everything starts dropping, they take it out of Bitcoin and put it back into their coin. So there's just a lot of money moving in and out of the markets right now. There must be something that's going on that I'm not really aware of. But this is why it's important also to dollar cost average. why you shouldn't just go 100% in all at this point. You know, you put in 10%, 20%, then it comes down again 10%, 20%. So that way, in case it does come down a whole nother level and it comes down here again, at least you have more money to put down there. So that way your average just keeps coming lower as the price goes low. So that way you also get into profit a lot sooner, is the lower your average. Because like I said, if you buy way up here, then you have to wait till the price goes all the way back up here just to get in profits. But if you dollar cost average where you buy up here, then it goes down to this point and you buy again down here, it'll bring your average somewhere in between those two targets. So that way you only have to go up to that point to get into profit again. You don't have to wait till you go all the way to the top. So that's why it's important to understand what dollar cost averaging is. And if you have a certain amount of money you're willing to invest, don't go all in at once. So that's why too, it's like every time we drop a level pretty much like that to this, I'll probably put a little bit, whatever I have available that I'm willing to lose in a sense, I'll put in this area. And this is not financial advice, this is just personal opinion, because like I said, I've seen some other people saying we could be coming down to 32,000. We were there in the beginning of the year when it was around January or February. So I mean, if anything, if we do go that low, it'll just probably be where we bounce at. That's what I'm thinking, because it was a lot worse before, I think, because of COVID and everything. It's just right now I'm not sure what's going on in the world that's causing it. But yeah, so like I said, this is a 4-hour chart. So like I said, what I'm thinking, if we do move up, we're going to get rejected at 34,700. Pretty much that is where we're going to get rejected to probably come back down to this bottom line, which will be around 34,300. So we're still going to be in this little section right here, but like I said, if you kind of could see, this is a bigger one, this is a smaller one, and then this is a bigger one. So that's that chart. Let me check another chart. So this was just on a 5-minute time frame. This was just something I can see like really, really fast. I need to refresh it, make sure it's uploaded right, because I see a big gap. That's why I just want to make sure it's good. All right, yeah, so it was because it needed to be refreshed. But yeah, okay, so look at, if you guys notice this, what's kind of going on here, we do kind of got an uptrend. Then we got this kind of going. Let me see. Like I said, what you want to do is just try to make sure you get the most touches. That's a touch, that's a touch. So I guess it looks like we're breaking in this pattern. If it was going up, we're already breaking down to this side. So my next thing will be up here to follow this. I'm going to put it on the wicks, that way I know. So what also could be forming is something like this. Now, so if you guys, let me just remove this guy for now. It's kind of creating that triangle, which is kind of like a rising wedge almost, but it just depends on which way we break out of it. I mean, we're red right now, so if anything, if we break out of here, we're going to probably come up here to come back down like that. Or I mean, it could, but like I said, we're in a bearish trend right now, so it's like it's hard to think it's going to go up. But those are the two scenarios, but I don't think it'll go up. I think it'll come down. So all right, let me check this other chart. This was actually a daily chart. This was just, see, I know there's quite a bit of lines and stuff, but let me try to zoom in. As you can see, we were getting, you know, respected around this areas. Right here we got respected. Right here we got respected. Pretty much here. Then we support resistance, and this turned into resistance. So we also got rejected right there. Came back down, and then like I said, each one of these lines was getting respected fairly well. So with these red candles, this is where we got support at. So it's, the thing is now this is the price we got to break. So if we go lower than 33,700, then the next target under that will probably be this guy right here, which is around 33,000. So the thing is the way the market is going right now, we're in a bearish trend. There's not enough money out there right now to send it back up. And this kind of might sound a little weird, but the way I kind of see it, I mean, like, I just kind of use my work, because I work at a normal job also. So what I notice is that when times get tight with money, you know, that just some weeks you got a lot of extra money, then some weeks it's a lot tighter, like, you know, with the bills and this and that, just because of the way everything works. You know, it's just sometimes what I notice for me personally is when money starts to get tight a little bit, it's not just a little tight for just me, it's like that for a lot of people. So the thing is what I'm saying is I can feel that right now. It seems like it's not like it's there's a lot of money out there right now getting spent. In other words, you know, a lot of people are just being a little bit more frugal because of high pricing, inflation. There's just a lot of stuff that's scaring everybody into, oh, I need to save my money or something, you know. So it's like, it's just a little fearful right now. So that's why too I see it's like, it's a little fearful. So I don't really see like it's gonna just randomly go back up to 69,000 anytime soon. So it's going to take a while, some weeks probably, to get out of this little funk we're in. But it's just, you know, it's just got to keep moving, you know. But this is why too it's important to be able to short and long, so that way you can make money no matter which direction the market's going in. And that's what I'm working on also. So the thing is too is, like I'm saying, is current price right now is 34,489. I think this next target we're going to come back down to this 33,700. And that's either where we're going to get a bounce to come back up, to go back down again. It just doesn't look as appetizing right now. So this is the same chart but on a 4-hour. So with this 4-hour, if you notice, this is pretty much where we're getting this rejection pretty much. So I'm just going to put that line right there just because that's where we got rejected up there. We did find some support right here at the bottom of this, and this is kind of creating a falling wedge now. But if you notice, we're at the bottom half of this, so it's important to know. And if you notice, this was up here was like a resistance, and then with that resistance right here, we came back up and got rejected again. So this would have been a good time, because if we were to push up, we would have went above that. So this is what I'm kind of thinking right now, is that since we're, let me see, all right, this is it right here. So it's gonna go back up to the previous high, which would be right here. This is the last high right here. That's the last high. And then the high before that one would be this guy. So the thing is what I'm thinking is going to happen is we're going to, like I said, it doesn't just go straight down or straight up. You know, it's either it goes up for a little bit, consolidates, goes up, you know, it does that. Or even if it's going down, it goes down, consolidates a little bit, goes down, consolidates a little bit. So what I'm thinking is we're going to get down here, probably come back up to this area right here, and then that's where we probably get rejected. If not get rejected right there, we're going to get rejected up here, and then keep coming back down to that. And the way this 50 well, this one's the 25 movement, which is this blue line right here. Let me make it a little bigger. So with that line right there, if it just keeps, you know, coming down this way, that'll be where we get our rejection, and it's already inside of this box right here. So my guess would be that we get rejected from there. Because if we break above that, then that's going to create a new higher high, and then that's when this higher high is going to come into play, and that's is where we're going to get rejected, I believe. Because even this 50 line could even be probably something like right there, and then this guy could be like that, and then, you know, we come up either that or we come up to this next one. But let me check previous. Like I said, what's always important to go to the history. So look at, we had a big drop and a consolidation and a drop again. So let's try to find something that looks like that. So look, we dropped, consolidated, dropped, consolidated, and look what happened. We came back up to this previous high. So if let me see, so we came down, consolidated, came down, consolidated. So what it did was it did drop a little bit more. And what this actually, this wick is telling us is there was a lot of sellers. They tried to push it lower, but then there was a few buyers that pushed us up. So that is looking like it's kind of giving us a preview that sellers are going to probably step in. So, and then like I said, this one came back up to the first, well, this would be the, okay, look, we come down, we consolidate it, we come down, we consolidate it, then we pass that one and come back up to this one. So this is where I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna get rejected at this bottom one. I think that's what that's kind of telling me. So I'm actually gonna be waiting for this. So later on today, if we make it up to this, I'll try to record it if we start getting closer to it. Is if we start making our way back up here, I'll probably get a short in, so that way I could try to, you know, get ready to short that. That's just kind of my guess. Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do. So let me this is just a weekly chart right here. So one thing is about the weekly is that it shows, you know, what's been happening. So in the last week or so, we did get a cross going downwards, which proves that we were bearish, you know, but we're really low already. So I mean, we could just go, you know, not too, maybe a little bit lower before we come back up. And the RSI is really low. It says at 39, 37. So to get back to 50, we need to come way up here. So until we get to that 50 line, we're still technically on a downtrend. Alright, so this was a 4-hour chart. This was just a little bit simpler. If you kind of notice, we are in this kind of like falling wedge, but we broke down underneath it. You know, so, but also what I just kind of noticed myself is that now this is creating another falling wedge. So then it could only go because it got rejected there and it got rejected there. So the thing is even if it goes sideways, it breaks out of it, you know. So the thing is, I'm thinking too, the first target could be somewhere at least out of that. It could be right here. If we do move up, it'll be just to where this thing is at, is my guess. But that is kind of high. That says 36,000. I don't think it'll come up to that. It could even come up to this one then, if anything. And that's at the max, 35,000. Let me check this last chart. So this chart right here. Oh no, this is not right. I'm gonna have to redo it. But yeah, so like I said, this is honestly my best, probably the one that's giving me the most information, is that if we do respect this line, like that is respecting it, then so like I said, I'm thinking we'll at least come back up to that. So if we do come up, it'll probably be, this is a 5 minute, so I mean if we do come up, we're gonna get rejected at that point. Alright, so yeah, that's just what I got for Bitcoin so far. I hope you guys liked that video. Please hit that subscribe button, and just remember guys, don't be so fearful. This is how the market always is, you know, it always goes up and down. It never just goes straight up. But this is what creates the strong traders, the ones who can withhold and withstand this pressure of selling, or of all the people around you saying, oh, that was dumb for you to do this or do that. Trust me, in 5 years from now, these decisions of holding or doing what you need to do to learn about this stuff is going to pay off. So just stay positive. And like I said, when people are fearful, that's when you buy. When people are getting greedy, that's when you sell. So right now, a lot of people are scared, and this is why. Because like I said, if you're willing to put money in at 60,000 or 50,000 or even 45,000, and at that point that seemed like a good idea, then doesn't 34,000 sound like an even better idea? You know, so like I said, it's a long game. It's not so much the short game. But if you're dealing with the short game, then that's why it's important to understand what's going to happen now. But like I said, for the ones who are just kind of nervous, because I've also noticed a lot of the views have gone down in this video. So if you're watching this video and you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. Don't be so fearful in the market. It's just part of the cycles, you know. And this is why I say it's important to invest in just. This is not financial advice, but just try to, what I've heard from some smart people is just focus on 5 of them. Don't try to have 20 different coins, you know, it's too much to worry about. Focus on the 5, and the top 2 is always Bitcoin and Ethereum. So like I said, don't be one of those people that say, oh, I don't like Bitcoin because everybody's got it. And that should just prove to you also that it's actually a good thing if everybody got it, you know. So that's what I'm saying, is just be smart with your money. Don't be nervous right now. Just relax. Just give it some time. If you're for the long term, day to day doesn't matter. So just stay focused, and you guys all have a good day. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.